Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. So guys, the Tonto Dikeh saga carries on, and in many ways it is mission accomplished for Tonto Dikeh because she set out to get her name popping on social media, and here we are, all YouTube outlets, all Instagram outlets, and all media outfits are pretty much talking about her. So it is effectively mission accomplished for Tonto Dikeh. But now we have the husband, the Churchill fella, or the ex-husband, to give him his right title, now coming back and clapping back to have his say. So I bring you this. Tonto Dikeh's ex-husband, Adekunle Churchill, denies granting any recent interview that could have triggered the recent outburst by Tonto Dikeh. So that's the headline. Now here is the body of the story. Tonto Dikeh's ex-husband, Adekunle Churchill, has denied claims that he granted a recent interview that could have triggered her recent outburst. In her interview with Daddy Freeze, Tonto Dikeh claimed that Churchill granted an interview recently where he said so many lies about their marriage and she needed to clear the air. Responding to a comment on his Instagram page, Churchill denied granting any new interview. See below. So this is now a screen grab of that exchange that led to Churchill making this denial. So Esther Benson 20 is the tag of the person that put the question to him, and here is what Esther said. Mr. Churchill, I know it's been a busy and controversial media moment for you, but did you grant any interview yesterday? We are seeing some of your videos about Tonto Dikeh going round Toast TV. So whatever Toast TV is, I do not know. So now here is now Churchill responding. Here is his title, Olakunle Churchill. So that's him by his name, and his picture is there, and it's at Esther Johnson 20. No, with an exclamation mark, and not just an exclamation mark, 2 exclamation marks. No, I have not seen any though, but whatever you see out there are all old interactions to clear the air. I really don't have any time giving energy to inconsequential rules. No recent interview, no up close, being busy aligning my business abroad. So he's actually out of the country is what he's saying, and he's not really giving any attention to this. But Tonto Dikeh, of course, in her interview with Daddy Freeze, claimed that this guy recently did an interview where he again maligned her name, and that then triggered her to feel the need to come and clear her name, and that's why she's now going around all the media houses, because that Daddy Freeze interview is not the only interview that she did. She did it that the Freeze interview. She also posted some long-winded nonsense on our YouTube channel, and then she went around all media houses recounting this same narrative that she gave to Daddy Freeze, telling all these things with all the documents that she's carrying around. So she's effectively gone around all of the media houses around Nigeria to give this narrative, and she's doing that off the back of the claim that she's made that this guy granted a recent interview to malign her name. So here is now this guy coming out to state that he has not granted any interview recently. He's stating this categorically, and he's stating this in response to the interviews that Tonto Dikeh has been granting all over the media space in Nigeria, because he needed to come out and clear his name. He's not actually coming out to clear his name, but he's just telling people that he did not actually trigger this. And what is then saying by subliminal messaging is that this lady is actually a little bit not right in the head, because if he has not done anything to trigger her, but she's been triggered, then really she's not right in the head. And this really goes back to what I said in one of my previous videos on this episode, that this Tonto Dikeh is not doing this for anything that Churchill did, but really she wants to compete for the media space with Regina Daniels, who is popping at the moment. She wants her name in the sun too. She wants to be spoken about. She wants to be in the limelight, she wants to be in the spotlight, and this is the only narrative that she has to bring herself into the spotlight, because you will recall that she changed her son's name, and that had a little bit of a flash in the media space and it died out. Now she's come out with this big story. This is now trending a little bit, and this will die down too, and the backlash from this will weigh against her. This is something that she doesn't really fully realize. So now let's see how that backlash is now weighing in the comment section to this little piece that I've just read you. So let's see what the commentators are saying. It will be the usual names, I'm sure. Here is Emmanuel Kachi. I don't believe him. Tonto is saying the bitter truth. Some guys are just beasts. I love my radical Jesus baby, sending healing to our heart. Hashtag Kachi. So here's a guy that obviously fancies Tonto Dikeh. So he's a fanboy who is fancying his chances. You have no chance, but then of course he will always a fan will always be a fan. They admire all this I was going to say they admire all these pretty women, but really by my own taste, and every man has his own taste, but by my own taste, Tonto Dikeh is not really a pretty woman. She is not, Tonto Dikeh is not really a pretty woman. She's heavily made up. She's primed and plucked and talked and feathered. But really, if you pull back all the veneer, she's just a plain Jane. But really, clearly this guy fancies her. That's why he's really making this comment. So let's see what somebody else says. Anonymous, you always talk rubbish. So that's in response to that guy, that the Tonto Dikeh fanboy. Another anonymous still. Wow, Kachi, your daftness is astonishing. So is daftness is astonishing. So that's daft, D-A-F-T-ness is astonishing. So here's Juliet Iwono, a name that we always come across. I love that he is not paying mind to all the craziness. So this is now something in support of Churchill, so that he's not paying attention, but he is paying attention if he's felt the need to respond to an Instagram message. Because make no mistake, Churchill was not really responding to the Instagram message left by whatever her name is. Who's this person? Esther Benson 20. He wasn't really responding to the Instagram message left by Esther Benson 20. He was really responding to all of the media brouhaha that Tonto Dikeh has created off the back of her need for attention, using his name to yet caught attention again, and hopefully this time for the last time. So let's see what others have to say. Niger Delta babe, I am tired of these two already. Merited happiness. So I'm not quite sure what merited happiness means, but then I agree that I am tired of these two already, but I am especially tired of Tonto Dikeh, who is a virulous attention seeker. Another anonymous, are you guys so daft that you cannot see that Tonto Dikeh is just trying to use this rant to bring popularity to her YouTube account that she just opened? It is a ploy to make more money. She thinks she's smart, but in the end she's going to end up more depressed and miserable, especially because she tarnished other people's image. So there's a lot of sense to what this guy is saying. I'm not sure if she's doing it especially to bring attention to her YouTube page, and I'm sure that's one of the reasons, and I can see the sense in that. Actually, I never had that thought, but that thought actually makes infinite sense, that she's doing this to bring attention to her YouTube channel. But then she's doing this to bring attention to her YouTube channel, and by extension attention to herself, because Tonto Dikeh is one of those people in life who constantly always have to be the center of attention, and they will do anything, absolutely anything, as we are seeing being demonstrated before our very own eyes. They will do absolutely anything to be at the center of attention. And the fact that the attention of Nigeria was focused on this young girl that married the billionaire did not sit well with Tonto Dikeh, so she now had to come up with this epic storyline with the guy sitting in the middle of a red candle and the guy being yahoo and not paying rent in Ghana and not paying for the Wendy. You know, she just came up with this whole garment of all this. I'm not quite sure what the truth or the lies is of this whole narrative, and I don't really care enough to want to know. But really, it's your business. You married the fella, you got a child out of it, you both got a child out of it, so celebrate that child and quietly get on with your life. Go and rebuild your life. You've had your splash in the papers all the way through this marriage, or that marriage rather, and then you've had your splash in the papers after, and then it's been constant still, and 24 months on, 3 years on, is still carrying on. When is enough with this Tonto Dikeh of a woman is really where the question is, and on and on she will go, and I don't think she will relent, because I'm seeing all these little missives in the social media where she's clapping back at all sorts of people. That somebody will make a comment on Instagram and she will go and attack that comment that, oh, I am Tonto Dikeh, oh, my son is king, oh, I am of a higher being, you are my celestial something, I speak English better than you, I am blue and blah blah blah, and all this nonsense that nobody really cares enough to care enough. Tonto, just clear off. We've had enough of your nonsense. Just get lost, really. Let me give you a couple more comments and then we'll round it off, because really I tire of this lady, but then she's trending on the social media, and I am a political and lifestyle blogger, so really I have to cover this. Really, it's really work, but really if I don't have to do a video on Tonto Dikeh ever again, I'll be a happier person for it. But she will continue to foist her face and her name into the social space, and then everybody is talking about her. Then you are forced to do a video about her, because obviously you have to cover what is current and what the people are wanting to hear and talk about. Well, annoying little woman, but there we are. Let me see if I can just take one more comment and then we'll see if we can round this off here. Here's another anonymous. Tonto needs assistance. I'll read you this last one. It's a bit long-winded and then we'll round it off here. So here is a guy called Bill, and here is what he has to say. Olakunle, whether or not you have granted interview cannot operate as a barrier to Tonto granting any interview to ventilate her frustration. However, this is not to approve Tonto's rant, which is growing increasingly annoying, and so say all of us. I'm finding it annoying, and I'm sure everybody is finding it annoying. She claims that she did the interview so that her son would know her own side of the story. Tonto, tell us, are you dying very soon that you needed to leave a video behind for your son? I put it to you that your motive is to drive an irremovable wedge between King and his father. That said, be informed that there has never been any woman who tread this path that succeeded. In your mind, you think you are rubbishing Olakunle, that you will succeed in causing disaffection between father and son, but na lie, because you are deifying your ex, and as for your son, he will one day ask you why you denied him the attention and love of his father. The table will turn against you because you cannot stop father-son love. And I think really that pretty much captures everything that needs to be said about this particular storyline, and hopefully this Tonto Dikeh thing will die out and fade off, and she will fade off and fade away with it as well, because we all tire of it with this tedious woman. So Tonto Dikeh, Churchhill ClapsBack, what says you? Whose side are you on in the divide? Are you a Tonto Dikeh person or a Churchhill person, or are you a plague on both their houses? Conversations in the comment section. That's what we do on this channel. So we'll leave it here, and I'll meet you in the comment section to progress this conversation. But before you come join me in the comment section to progress this conversation, click on that red subscribe button so it goes gray. Click on the bell button as well, so that way you are notified every time I drop a new video. Then come have a chat with me about the goings on in Tonto Dikeh and Churchhill's life in the comment section. So I'll leave you here, meet you in the comment section, but here I say Peace.